Okay, so here we've got just a few parts just to test that all the soldering has worked and that the system's going to work once it's on the plane. I've just got one servo to test to see if we've got a response from the transmitter. You could do all four if you're doing it yourself, but I'm just going to plug in one, and we'll plug it in as an aileron probably, but it's not really going to matter. So I've got this wire harness. I'll talk about that in a second, but I've just got my battery, my motor with the 3 terminals, heat shrunk, and the bullet connector soldered on, same as my speed controller and also the battery terminal on there. So this receiver's just come out of its packaging. It's never been opened, so this is the first time it's going to be bound to anything, so we'll go through the whole process to bind that, and therefore we're going to put the bind plug in. That's just for the first time. Once you've bound it to the receiver or the transmitter, you can take that plug out and keep it in a safe place. As I said yesterday, we've got a data line, a positive line and a negative, and you can see them there. So the signal is up the top, which is on mine. I've got black negative, red positive and white's my signal, and I'm just plugging in my speed controller into the throw for throttle. So plug that straight in, making sure you've got it up the right way, and I'm just going to plug in one servo into the aileron. You're not going to be able to plug your servo straight into the aileron channel because you've got 2 ailerons connected. We're going to have to make up a little wire harness, or hopefully if you've got this package through us and through NAMIG, then we'll send out some little harnesses that either I've made up or you can buy them from your local hobby store. And all it is it's got a female 3-pin header. I've got 2 male 3-pin headers on mine, just with some heat shrink and the colours all lining up. You can make one just by chopping off one female header from a servo, put in a male header at the other end of it, split into 2, and then plug in 2 new servos with the female headers. If you buy them from the hobby store, I think that those 3 pins are enclosed in a sort of a wider casing. So we'll leave that out for now, but just a reminder that you're not going to be able to plug your aileron straight in without having a splitter, unless you're using a 6-channel receiver, in which case you'll be able to use the auxiliary port. Because we're using 5 channels, we can't have 2 separate ailerons, so we need to split the 1 channel into 2. So this is a different colour combination, just because maybe come from a different country, but we've got brown, red and orange. Brown's going to be our negative, red's our positive, and orange is our data line. Plug that straight into the aileron channel there, and then we're going to plug our motor in, and so we're going to have our colours all matching up. If it happens to spin the wrong way, so if the air when you put the propeller on is blowing up rather than pushing air down, then all you're going to need to do is swap over 2 colours. So I'm just going to put it straight in to black, red and yellow. Now, like I say, if it happened to spin the wrong way, all I would have to do is just take out maybe that black and yellow and switch them around. Then my battery, you can only put this in one way. It's got a little groove, positive and negative, so we can put that straight in. And our light in the end of our receiver should be flashing. Now I'll just grab a transmitter. So I've got the DX5 here. That's what most of the schools will be providing. And we're going to hold down our trainer switch, so hold it up, turn the power on, and the flashing sequence will change. I think it goes off as well. There you go, it's gone off. Let go of our trainer now, and we should have control. So there's the beep, control of this servo now. Just to check though, again, we'll take the bind plug out, take the power away from the speed controller, turn the transmitter off. Okay, now just turn all that back on to make sure it works. Doesn't really matter in what order you do it, as long as you've got the fail-safe set up so that throttle was right at the bottom, so that the motor doesn't start spinning as soon as the transmitter gets turned off. Doesn't matter too much. I don't need to hold up my trainer now. I should just be able to turn it straight on, and it will connect, and then I should be able to move my aileron back and forth, and I would also be able to hold my motor carefully and spin that up. So there we go. That's how to do the power and control system and all the solder joints.